with some more Master Duel. Now, today's the last day of the Fusion Xyz event, which I am going to, which I'm going to try to complete within the span of a few hours. Now, if I complete it early, I will move on to do a little bit of the theme chronicle. Let's see, give myself about 4.5 hours to do it. To do really the Fusion Xyz event. Now, and if I'm feeling up to it, I might go ahead and go live again later tonight with either more Master Duel in the Theme Chronicle or with something else. I'm figuring it out. But first, we do have the replay of the day. In this case, we'll do a bit more of the Fusion Xyz Festival. Right, Automats are... That is not Automats. Okay, so this is just Hydrogen Bomb versus Coffee Baby, huh? You are... Ooh. Metalmorph Ryuchi. This is versus Zombie Combo. This is a burn FTK, isn't it? No. No, I know what this is. It's a self-mill FTK. No. No, it is. It is a burn FTK. Okay, and then this is Sharks versus Grandmachu OTK. Okay. You are assuming some... I'm looking at some weird decks, aren't I? And I don't... I'm assuming this is just like a bot deck. Right. I guess, you know what? Let's see what the average Super Quantum Mirror looks like. It's surely this is going to be interesting to see. Okay. So, we are going second. We have opened Fairy Alphon, Ash Blossom, Green Layer, and Double Black Layer. 40 card main, 15 card extra versus 40 card main, 15 card extra. We're going second. Let's see what we can do. Green Layer, immediately special summon. That gets our Black Layer. That gets their Black Layer. Discard the Mind Procedure. Discard the second Black Layer, Green Layer, for the Super Quantum Blue. It's to add a Super Quant. Black Layer gets to Xyz summon on the opponent's turn. This gets to add a Super Quant spell that gets the Mega Carrier. Black Layer overlays for the Mega Beast Liger, equipping the Black Layer. Unfortunately, it is not a quick effect because it does not have Red Layer under it. Set 1, Link 3 for the Neo Super Quantal. It is cannot be destroyed by a monster effect. Super Quant Black Layer does activate, but we do have the Ash to stop it. End phase. Unfortunately, we could not combo from there, but we do have a potential line. Super Quant Union, activating on in response to the Magna Carrier. Superquant Fairy. Tribute this card. Reveal 3 Superquants. If one of the special summons one of them to the field, they choose the blue layer, milling the green and the white. Blue gets to activate special summoning. White and green both get to activate as well. Green, draw 1, discard 1. White layer to add Fairy Elfine. Blue layer gets to add the Fairy Zeton. Fairy Zeton special summons itself, tripping itself to send a white layer. Summoning a white layer. White layer effect to send red layer. Red layer. Summoning the green layer. Magna Carrier, discarding the Mind Procedure. Overlaying green layer into Mega Beast Herodus. Destroying the Elfon. Summoning the Ranvils. Sending itself. Overlaying all 3 into Quantum King Great Magnus. Battle phase 1100. Summoning the white Mecha Beast and the white layer. Its effects are negated. Attach 1. King shuffle back the white layer. Black layer gets to add a layer 19. Fortunately, this does seem like a wrap. That does get the Magna Carrier end phase. Layer 19, summoning the black layer. The immediately overlay for a Cluster Rex. Equipping the white layer. And we have well over lethal. Might as well take it. White layer, Cluster Rex, and King Magnus for game. GG. A bit more one-sided than I thought it would be. And I guess the other player didn't really get the combo off, unfortunately. Okay. Now it's our turn. So, this time I have changed things up. I noticed I've been playing a lot of fusion decks during this festival. Lunalight, Branded, and Fairy Tail are all fusion-focused decks. So which have Xyz monsters. But I haven't really played an Xyz-focused deck. And like, Ryzeal is kinda... It's not unplayable, but it's definitely harder to play. With only one detonator, one of each of the Ryzeal Xyz. So like, the Sue ships would be cool to see, but I don't think they do that well in this type of environment on their own. Now, that's the thing. We do have High Five the Sky, which I might try. Like, it is basically unlimited, which is surprising. I still don't understand why they're so lenient on Automots, despite it basically being full power. Then there's Galaxy Eyes, that's an option. But other than that, I have kind of realized that I don't really have that many, like, full Xyz focused decks. It is really just Raid Raptor, Goblin Bikers, Sharks, and Utopia. And, Soup Ship. There are ones like March of the Metal Masters, which is a Xyz focused type as well, that also has Link monsters. I guess that also counts. Like, I don't have that many, is the thing. And while Goblin Bikers are an option, a fairly decent option at that, they are also kind of not the best. They're not the best at going second into a deck that is fusion. So, like, if we end up against Predaplant or Brandon, or God forbid Lunalight, we're kinda just dead in the water. So I think either Sharks, Raid Raptor, or Utopia is just gonna be the best bet for this event. At least from the Xyz portion. From the decks that I have. Even then, Sharks are only so good. Especially with the hands that they can produce. Or the hands they need in order to get full combo. Okay. That is a Fuelos. Unfortunately, I just kind of have to play into it and hope that they don't draw Nibiru before I get to Aerial Falcon. Or God. Hey, Chroma. Okay. I'm already playing too far into the Fuelos. I made a mistake. But oddly enough, that works out, because if they break the board, which they will, Shade Force does revive the Brave Strix, immediately goes into Aerial Falcon. Shoot. I feel like I'd rather wait for the starter. Yeah, how are you doing today, Chroma? It is X-Triseal. They're playing Onomont Ryseal. Alive? Oof. Yeah. I'm actually... Because I haven't really seen that many Xyz decks outside of very specifically the Earth Machine deck. Because no matter what I do, I do have to do this. They gain too much advantage otherwise. Like, they're already gaining enough advantage as is, which kind of makes me want to potentially cut the Swallow's Cowrie for something like Troll. Would be not so proud of my gaming. Well, who's to say? Sniping at a bear for 30 minutes could have been like walking through the area to birds. Fair. Oh, this... They might have made a bit of a mistake, actually. They got dual drive plus 2 back row. Ghost spell. That is fine. Where's the pop? Raining in the area makes running, so fire weapon isn't performing very well. Come on, where's the plasma hole? They have something else. They have something else. XZ summon. choose one. Realistically, it doesn't matter as long as I can. No matter what, their next card needs to essentially win them the game. I haven't got a replay, I think. Nice. Declare an attack, come on. I know you want to. Might have forgotten to save it, but my phone is downstairs. I can check. Alright. Let's... Rising Rebellion. Get Roost. They do have something to protect. They've got something to protect. Damaged up. Nice. Got the perfect out to this. Might have forgotten to save it, but I'll put this downstairs so I can check. Gotcha. Well, we'll see in just a second. That was this Kashtira player, right? Okay. So at least you don't have it up yet. Seems you forgot. Okay, that's fine. How long ago was it? Because you might still be able to save it. Like today? Okay. You might still be able to save it in that case. If you can, or if you can't save it, no worries. But otherwise, if you wanted to submit it, you're more than welcome to. That is a Fuelos. That I know is a Fuelos. that's fine. Who would win? One wizard with really low spells versus one speedy boy with a twin blade in close combat. Okay. Thing is, I answered twin blade because I won. That does have the potential to be an imperm they just drew. Not an imperm. That is a Nibiru. I should not have normal summoned. Never beat the midwinter allegations, explaining the fact that it is summer. Do I even really want to go? Probably. That's the thing, probably. There's Fuzzy. There is... Where's the nib? Where's the imperm? Come on. There's an Ash. Does not do a lot, but that's something. Only 9 cards in extra, by the way. They do miss the opportunity to nib. Bestials. That would have been disastrous, actually. If they hit something actively relevant, that would have been disastrous. They don't need to shuffle. So I guess they don't have quite enough cards. Do Doomsday Archmage. I'd use the Pure. Special summon 1 Power Patron. The thing is, the Doomsies get the plus off of everything, don't they? Doomsy, Deactorist, special summon. This does kind of force this out now. So. Like, yeah, I do have an unaffected Rise Rebellion. That does have potential. But this does force them to pop the Y-Strix. Yep. But also, they basically just get everything. That's Doomsday Destruction. Take an equip spell, add it to hand. Doomsday is strong, but not meta strong, luckily enough. But it's very much strong enough to potentially put me under. I guess the thing is, Disastrous. This is have to pop face-up cards. Target 1 Doomsday card you just control. Normal summon. Wait, do they have something, right? They have to have something. I'm surprised that... Okay, obviously the connection failed, so we'll have no idea if they actually have anything. Oh, new July festivals just dropped. I only just realized. Let's see. We did perform 2 more link summons. This is something. Also, for the 3rd time in a row, I've drawn a Puelos. And for a 3rd time in a row, my opponents had Puelos. I'm kind of just have to bank on the fact that Imperm and Valor are not as popular in this event. Yeah, that sounds about right. I kind of just have to set the Imperm and hope that they don't have a normal summon that contests the Raider's Knight. I have to hope that they bricked on all non-engine. Which I doubt, because it's probably... Yeah, it's branded. Oh, that's a cool... That is a cool summon animation. What do they discard? Unfortunately, I know what they do. They chain the Cartesia, they get the Grand Guignol. Don't you just love? I do love. Is love, is life. That fizzles. If their next card in hand is Branded Fusion, I am probably gonna... No, I know what they're doing. It's Albion... What? Yeah, they win. There isn't really any way around it. They just kind of win from there. This deck does not have a lot of good one-card combos, unfortunately. Especially through Imperm. If I Fuelos... And yeah, they Ash Blossom. After doing every challenge available to me, I'm back at 2k gems. Cool. Okay. It's not impossible to beat this. It is entirely dependent on what I draw. Well, that would have been an Imperm off the top. That would have helped a lot. That is potentially another imperm and a preparations. Dead draw, great. They go unicorn. The problem is, it's not impossible to break this board, but it sure feels like it. I cannot use the Strangle Annie's effect. Heal, Mimicry, Fua, Raider's Wing, Fuzzy. Realistically, they just go Fuzzy. Mimicry, yeah, that's fine. Then they get to block off one zone. Got rid of the Evil Swarm Nightmare. I feel like that was the wrong choice. I just don't think I win from this position. Because if I go Raider's Knight here, if that is an imperm, like I think it is, the Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon is not going to save me. The Brave Strix is not going to save me. Because they immediately get to go Arise Heart, banish the Brave Strix. This is banished face down. And then just, yeah, I have no extension. I don't. That the Fua might not have won me the game for sure, but like having potentially an extra card in hand or two extra cards in hand would have been beneficial. God, I might. I take it you wanted the Millennium Shield. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you wanted the Millennium Shield, but you misclicked. Because, like, there's no way you would... Yeah, it's either that or the Golem. You wanted either the Golem or the Shield. That way you could actually do something with this. Because otherwise, it's just kind of eh. Actually misclicked, so did they. Oh, right. Also, okay. After this duel, if I don't get to see, or if I don't see your replay, you do have every right to bonk me. No Fua so far. Sent Lilyboria for cross instead of the equipped monster. Oof. Unlucky. It responded after when I tried to send to Grave. Chances are that's what they were. They had a small response window there. Valor. Cross does nothing, yeah. Let's see, is any Raid Raptor card? Roll. Hecka Hands. Trust us nothing. Yeah. Something with Bloom Vulture. That is fine. This needs to Darkling Beast. I might want to, or hard open the Astrograph Sorcerer. Oof. Sometimes. I do still have a normal summon. No, I don't, actually. I used it on the Noir. I actually probably should have gone a different line. I'm not gonna win this. Yeah, I think the better line was to go for the Strangulanius. Since it didn't use the... it doesn't use the normal summon. So it could have gone for Fualos, had an extra Xyz monster to use. Well, no, I don't think it would have done anything regardless. Thing is, unless I very specifically get a... What else do they have? Yeah... I think it's Daedalus and Xeno that I need to watch out for actively. My god. Or use the Godos. That is the Dandalos. Take control of Rusty Bardiche. That is just barely not game. That is either an Imperm or the other Hecahan spell trap. The Bloom Vulture is in... Okay, this at the very least, potentially... That detaches, that's fine. Sets. And unless that... when a monster effect is activated. So I can use the counter trap. I am living on... Dang it. Right, I need to get... Or I use the Raider's Wing. Unfortunately, I just don't think there was a good enough line past getting Raiders activated. Okay. Let's go ahead and view Chroma's replay real quick. There we go. Plant Link versus Dark Magician. That's set up to be a pretty interesting duel, as I would say. Okay, so we have opened Aroma's Jasmine, Lone Fire Blossom, 1 for 1, Rika Glamour, Sunvine Sewing, 40 card main, 50 card extra versus 40 card main, 15 card extra. We are going second. Let's see what we can do. Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul. Set 3 passed. A bit of a lackluster opening from our opponent. Let's see what they can do. 1 for 1. Discard the Lone Fire for Rosalina. Rosalina summons the Laurel. Jasmine for Jasmine. Laurel. Gain 500. Jasmine to add. Jasmine to draw. Looks like we are about to go off. That gets Die and a Snowdrop. Tributing to summon the Mudon in defense. Mudon gets the Rika Con. Rika Con. That gets to set a Rika Sheet. Aroma Lilith Rosemary. Can add the Aroma Blend. Aroma Blend. Discard the die. So place the Divine Wind. Sunvine Sewing. Loci. Rika Glamour. Tributing the Loci. Adding the Rika Princess and a Primula. Primula, if monster is distributed, special summon. Rika Princess summons as well. We go for a Rika Queen Strenna. Rika Queen Strenna. Detach the Princess to add the Jasmine back to hand. Snowdrop, tributing the Strenna. Summons itself and the Alone Fire Blossom. Rika Strenna gets a Teardrop, the Rika Queen. Attaches itself. Battle phase 22. Place Magician Rod on top of deck. A little bit underwhelming of an end board, but you can see what it can do. Magician's Rod is to add Dark Magical Circle. Dark Magical Circle is to add the Dark Magician from deck to hand. The Eternal Soul summons the Dark Magician. Banish the Con, tributing the Lone Fire, targeting the Magician's Rod, take control of it. Dark Magician is unaffected. Rika Snowdrop gains 200. That makes it Soul to draw 1. Rika Princess negate the effect by tripping off their Magician's Rod. That gets Magician's Combination. Fusion of Chaos. There we go. Rika Queen. It's another 200. Sunlight Sowing to protect the Aroma Lilith Jasmine. Link off for Imduk. Interesting choice, but okay. I guess that would be a play for SP Little Knight. Aroma Lilith, tripping off the Snowdrop. Removing the Dark Magical Circle. Dark Magician. Vanishing. Snowdrop plus Lilith. Magician's Rod to tribute the Dark Magician, add itself to hand. Aroma Lilith summons the Jasmine. Rika, pay 1,000, summon the Aroma Lilith. Aroma Lilith for the Jasmine. Aroma Blend. We get the Fusion Shokan, banishing the Lone Fire Blossoms. Snowdrop gain 200 is mandatory, sadly enough. Yeah. Aroma Magnolia, banishing the Soul Servant, which that in of itself causes the opponent to scoop. That promised to be a little bit better than I thought it would be, but seeing the Magnolia is nice. Oh. How so? You've lost games because... Is it because of, like, talents and something? Or something of that nature? Or Mikanko? Because it takes 3 seconds every single time. Oh. No, I see. Okay. That is fair. You don't have that much time. And having to waste 300 seconds on a mandatory trigger does actually add up. Yeah, I see it. That's right, triggers twice. You have to manually decide which 200 game to trigger first. Which wastes even more time. That is summon number 4. That's an Ash, okay. This Fungus is not very good at the Soul Board. Really? Now you've caught my interest. I mean, you can't stop the pens or any of the spells. Can stop their effects or pen summons if they have the correct scales, so... I suppose, yeah. That makes sense. Once I get the tribute menus. So good. Well, like, I get Rise Up. Can't out back row in Plant Link. I'm gonna get rid of the Blue Traveler. Wait for it. Summon anything. I know you want a Machina Citadel. Why would you do that? There's something I'm not reading. The Rogue land is not looking good, Spore. I think I still would have won regardless, but man, that was satisfying to see the big number. So, yeah, I guess I've heard. Okay, I mean, I guess I've heard that Steam, especially, has suffered a lot from AI slop, and I guess it makes sense that some of the lowest efforts or lowest quality stuff would inevitably be more adult section, so to speak. It's been added over the last 2 years. And I imagine eroges are not safe from it. I'm probably gonna need a cough drop, honestly. Well, this is a decent hand going second if my Fulos can resolve. Although something tells me... Okay, I definitely want to Ash that. I don't get paid to deal with this garbage. And I don't get paid at all. What do they have in their hand that could possibly allow them... Not like this. The thing is, I don't really enjoy AI slop. I say it all. If I end up losing because of the Fulos, that's going to be a problem. Well, that's something. They got a Spriggan's Watch, which, honestly, I don't really enjoy it either. But the Ash Baby meme was pretty funny. That was a... You know, maybe I should have seen that coming, that it was AI. But that's still kind of a disappointment. Like the Will Smith eating spaghetti loop, that just keeps getting worse. It was AI. I didn't... That's unfortunate. That's kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. This is just if a material is attached from a monster on the field. Yeah, also Vomit Horse. Vomit. I did not care for Vomit Horse whatsoever. It being AI slop didn't help its case, but I just didn't care for it. Target rank. Oh, there's an innocent in my AI equipment. At least from my perspective. Oh, Brandon with spirits. Put back to Brenga, or is that to add the Brenga to discard, to send the Iron Dash to send the Brenga? I see. Yeah, that's always fun to see. This AI art getting redone by actual artists is always nice to see. I wouldn't either. Child of Mary Maker. I can't space my past transgression years ago. Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, I should have just held the Duelos. I should have just held the... Wait, hold on. Oh no, we did. I remember, we did. One of the cool things there is that there was an AI Rogue dev who recently actually hired a team of real people and is remaking his game with real artists. Nice! That's good to hear that they're actually, like, wanting to improve. Yeah, I'm proud. Consider me proud. That's real improvement. Okay. I'm assuming you're playing Exodia by the sleeves. Either that or Dark Magician, but you know what? Let's see. Yep, you're playing Exodia. Which I think could play through... Could theoretically play through... They did say it might take a year or two for the game to be fully finished at this point, because they have to redraw and remake basically 3 years of AI assets. 3 years of AI assets? Because it doesn't feel like that long ago that AI has, like, actually started to take off. But, like, I guess, yeah. The thing is, actively having a team will help. AI art has been on for a while. Yeah, but it wasn't that good originally. Like you said, the Will Smith painting, or eating spaghetti. There's a Foolos in my future. And look back on my 2024 transgressions. Eh. You've grown from it. I get. Hope more people can forgive me for not using it or making it anymore. Yeah. That's perfectly fine. Also, in tailoring the tribute aliases choice, indie requires a lot of art assets. Yeah, and I totally get that. I guess, yeah, that prevents us, or prevents me from comboing further, actually. That was a surprisingly heads-up play, just based on the fact that I have nothing. Made a lot of them over the years, mostly bad ones. Yeah. Thing is, I get it. The songs are all D&D assets, by the way. Yeah. Okay. The thing is, I just die here, right? I have improved with my art. I still can't color for the life of me. Yeah. And that's fine. I'm very good at shading or complex designs like your mushroom. Practice. That for the most part, that's all it was. Like, if you went back and looked at my older stuff, it would probably be maybe not. I mean, it would be bad. Let's be real. Sexy was pretty cool. Sure, and it took a while. Like, it took a long time. For what kind of just was a piece that any other skilled artist could do in an afternoon. It was something that I had to go back and edit over and over and over again to try to get it even just remotely good. I think Fungus or Nadia must be. Yeah. I couldn't do that. Perhaps, but I see what you do, and what you do is like relatively small but well-made pixel art. That's what you do best. Very simple things for short periods of times. Yeah. Okay. My only bet is to draw Fuelos plus Imperm. And slimes. There's a level of file creation, cretinism that I'm just not prepared for. I figured I might as well try, but nah. Drawing the... Really the only card... Drawing the counter trap is not great. Which does give me an argument to take it out. Like, yeah, I wouldn't have a target for Bardiche anymore, but Bardiche is really only good if the combo goes uninterrupted, which I just don't think is possible anymore. There's an artist on Yugioh, often releasing free assets for these. Hey Lukia, how you doing today? Assets for bestiary and such that are quite charming if used for D&D before. Huh, that's good to know. So is Touche. My nephew over wanted to drop by to wish you guys a good day. Thank you for stopping by, Lukia. The roll? Okay, that's fine. It's been around 2017, it's good stuff. Huh, cool. I'm scared of my own doodles. That's an Ash, for sure. I know better than to let you get Super Poly. By Lisp. Or for Scorpio. But you have a process. True. summon, draw one card. Altair. That's fine. First one be worth Scorpio. That's gonna be for Starving Venom. Amblyades. Okay, that's fine. Okay, it's Spread of Pruning. They have one other card in hand, so it can't be... Hold on. Set one farms. Place a one piece of one as long as you have the predator counter. Okay, that's fine. Targeting itself. I'm surprised they didn't do this to try to force out the rank up magic. Also, these are two Arc 5 era decks, I just realized. There's a Super Poly. Cannot be activated due to the Wise Tricks. That's super duper polymerization? They had super duper polymerization. They actually had the out in their hand. That was the last card. They get Starving Venom. I have a rank 5. I only have a rank 5. Sinks to 18, 6 to 18. Um, I can go for... Oh, I can technically summon this. I don't think it's unaffected by card effects anymore. But it is a funny little thing that can be done. So just make sure I get as much damage as possible. Oh, it is still unaffected. Okay. I guess that's just like a stat line. It's not if this card is Xyz summoned. It's like something that comes with the card rather than an effect that is applied to the card. Do I want to try another deck? You know what? Last duel. Let's go back to Ye Old Faithful. I have not seen that many branded players, so I can kind of choose or be a little bit pickier. Time to screen share bad art. Ah, you're muted. No, I don't want to bother in case you are actually doing something. Like one often does. Just muted myself. There. Is there anything else I might want to add? Maybe a Gorgon. Well, no, I can't. You know what? For the funny, I'll do Verte. Okay, this hand dies to Droll for sure. play around the Ash, but I don't think they have the Ash. The most they might have is going to be a... That is summon number 2. No need to discard. Summon number 3. Oh, it's gonna be summon number 5 by the time I get there. Yeah, this is summon number 5. It doesn't seem like they have Nibiru, thankfully. We'll go ahead and get another cough drop. I'm trying not to. So this cannot be destroyed by monster effects. I mean, Liger Dancer won't care about that either, but... So the thing is, this is actually fine. go Ash. You can only use this effect once per turn. Yeah, each of the following once per turn. They do still have their normal summon. Couldn't you maybe go? Dark Magician. Okay, that's fine. D-mod. Discard Soul Energy Max. They didn't? Oh no, they couldn't, Dark Magician. Send the Crimson Fox. I think the answer... Yeah, the answer is going to be Crimson Fox. Perfume Dancer. And then 38 and 38 for Gay. Whew. Nice. That is the Dreadnought title it earned. How many more festival things? Duel 10 more times? That is doable. But that is the Fusion Xyz Festival done. I've got an hour and a half. So why don't I do just a little bit more of the Theme Chronicle? Okay. I kinda want to see what other... Like, how good would an Orcus list that doesn't really include stuff like this... What would this look like? What would a... Punk, I'm pretty sure, is posted ban. What would a 6 Sam list look like? I mean, honestly, pretty much the same. It dies to troll for sure. There. Is Dragoonican? Honestly, I could definitely punch with the numbers, but I could make this work. No, Sky Striker's basically... It's not unplayable, but it's far too bricky. I am honestly kind of feeling... Right, Megalith. Megalith is the deck that I've been playing, for the most part. You know what? Let's see if I can't figure out how to do Orcust. Obviously, Foolish Burial. Foolos. What other good cards could I add? I kind of want to get rid of Motor Frenzy. I don't think it's that great in this event. Orchestron is funny. It is a decent OTK like strategy to have something like Orchestrion in the deck as a backup plan. I think the other one is a Q, although it needs a Fiend monster, which, granted, I have Nightmare Phoenix. But in most lines, it doesn't really get to that point. Like... What would I even really not play? I guess this probably will just have to work. Then maybe the Dangers. The Dangers might be something, but also maybe an extra Vespic Gearsu. What are some good monsters that can special summon themselves without a normal summon? I mentioned the Dangers, but I kind of want to see... Hey, JT Saint, how are you doing today? Welcome in. We just got done with the Fusion Xyz portion of today. We're going to spend a little bit of time on the Theme Chronicle. Yeah, how are you doing today? I'm doing alright. Motor Kaiser. This Motor Kaiser is actually not the worst. I get an extra EP Meowmine and then an extra... and the Motor Kaisers. Just as an extra normal summon. I can always edit it back later. But I mean, the one I'm really planning on going far with is going to be the Megalith list. I am doing alright. How are you doing today? You want to duel me? Today is not an open... today is not a duel room day. Maybe later on in the day, when I go live, I'll... after the break, I might open up to some either Master Duel or TCG duels. But not right now. No problem. Well, I'm glad this isn't going secondhand. Because, my lord, this is... Actually, research and hope they don't have a backup. You duelist? I am a duelist. I am indeed a duelist of mid-renown. There's their own Ash. Thank you, Chroma. Very cool. I imagine their line is going to be Kagari, add back the Hornet drones, go for... I'm a duelist tool. Too. What decks do you play? Because I play a variety of decks. Alright. That is a one-card combo. As long as... their card in hand is not Ash. I feel like that was a mistake. Dark Magician deck and Synchro Monster deck. Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon deck. How many decks you want to choose of? Okay. That's a fair variety. I think I've played... What Synchro deck are you playing right now? Okay, one of those if you're interested. Like I said, perhaps later. But what's the archetype of Synchro Monster? Is it just Synchron, or is it Red Dragon Archfiend? You seem to have a lot of the starter decks. You deal with me, I'll teach you. For anyway. Last card in hand of that is Ash. It is toss format all over again. Drawing Mordekaiser is actually quite nice. Finish my little thing, I guess. Okay. Call it cool wave. I don't have the rights to cold wave. Gotcha. Letting you know I'm stronger and more powerful duelist. I am certain that you are. Well, that forces out the crescendo. I suppose. Oh, last card can Snash Blossom. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Alright, alright. One second. I'll go for 20 just because. And then 900, as always. Chroma, if you want to get in on this as well, you're more than welcome to. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, you know, if... Sure, this will become an open room day for now. I'm not playing more today. That's fair. Alright. You know what? Let's do it like this. Legacy Memento. That I knew. That's probably not the best deck to return to. Okay, I'll need to remember the lines. truly want to duel, room ID is in the chat. Are you best of 1 or best of 3? Warned. Third one would not let it go. Do I want to cut anything? Or do I want to play a Goblin Biker Memento? Well, I might need a bureau. Fun fact, I'm not subbed on YouTube. That's fine. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Gonna have to be right. I mean, maybe, but you don't have to. It feels weird to only follow on Twitch. Perhaps, but... Do I want to potentially... Do I want to potentially... Just waiting for me? Okay, that's fine. Do I remember how to play Memento? I think I do. Or I watch YouTube videos. Which is fair. You know what? If I... Let me prep the wave score. Well, perhaps I'm not. He is a nice, good boy and will not harm you. Wave... Oh, I get it. Wave goodbye. That's funny. Yeah, the peak is the comedy. That is exactly my type of humor. Saints JT. Take 25 minutes to make. Pretty impressive. If you are ready, let us begin. And like I said, best out of 1 or best out of 3. Because if it's best out of 3, I do allow changes to the deck to be made in between games. Whenever you are. Are you still there, or? I take it you chose the wrong deck? Okay. Whenever you're ready. Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have shrooms, let's go. Okay. 60 card main, 10 card extra. Crossout's not great to just draw. Tamias, discard Kiwi, set 3, pass. Okay. Well, that'll be something maybe next turn. I think we all know where this is going. Eternal Soul. Okay, that's fine. Let's Magicians. Activate. Treat one Dark Magician or one Dark Magician girl. Summon from a different name. Oh, wait, if this goes, you can destroy one card on the field. Okay. I need to be mindful of that then. Last card in back row might be something. Okay. This might have been a better idea to go last, but I guess not necessarily. We fiend our smith. That's a line. Ring of Destruction. Okay, so everything is known. Alright, it's a good thing I didn't normal summon. It's the Eye of Tamias. Oh, the thrill of a duel. Momental and Anguish. Get... I think the actual answer is going to be Sleepy here. Yeah, since I've got Goblin in hand as well. Yep, an angry witch. Pop the Tatsunoko. We said Gaddock and Mace. I like the Art of Sleepy. I like the Art of Sleepy too. Gaddock plus Sleepy. Gaddock. I guess I just go for the Mace. Plus the Sleepy. That's fair. I would probably want a Sleepy plushie too. I'll use the Sleepy and I think just the Goblin. Now we can go Anguish for the Gaddock. This is Twin Dragon, destroy one Memento. Add from deck to hand. I think just the Activorn. Add. Well, I could go Darkblade, but I've already used my normal summon. Special summon at level 6 or lower. I can go for a Fiendsmith line, though. Pop the Tatsunoko once again. Get a Goblin. Ooh. No, I don't need the Inkwitch anymore, so I can pop that. Send Combined Creation and... I think I just go Fusion, pop the Aki Horn in my hand. Oh, I can't pop the Aki Horn in my hand. Oh, I might have made a mistake. Fusion for Fusion. Okay. Well, not necessarily. I can go... I do still have a line. I can still do something here. I forgot. Yeah, Engraver does have the Grave effect. And I think it's just Requiem for their life savings. Oh, this doesn't even do it either, I realize. Yeah, this doesn't do it either. Ooh, I'm actually kind of fumbling. Twin Dragon, Sleepy, Gaddock, Goblin, Tatsunoko. All the time, but I always forget about it. Okay. I think the only thing I necessarily have to worry about is a top deck of Dark Magician. No. Feels like I can make Link 1 Engraver, make Link 2 Fuse for Lacrimo as the better play. Yeah, kinda, yeah. The thing is, I would have had... No. Well, no, actually. Yeah. Why did I do it like this? I still could technically go for the Lacrima. But I think as long as I can keep up pressure, I do have a chance. Okay, they didn't draw a Dark Magician, which is nice. No. The only problem is if that's a mirror force. Discard the Akihorn to pop the back row. Okay. Then it is basically fair game. GG. Okay. Although, you know what? Mirror match. Why not a mirror match? I'd have to rebuild my Dark Magician deck, though. 1 second. I can make that in a jiffy. But, free slot. If you really wanted Requiem, if you didn't use both effects, I mean, yeah, that I literally did just misplay. She's so real. Didn't use the effects to tribute the special, yet especially Engraver, equip it with Requiem, send Timaeus to grave, Link for Lacrima, go to battle, Link another burn. Yeah. Wait. Banana. Oh, joyous. I'll shut up, I guess. Oh, no. Like, legitimately speaking, I did absolutely, like, screw that up royally. Can duel again? Okay. This time... Yeah, I'll go ahead and use my own. Really doesn't matter what protectors I use. Let's just apply the set. Remain coin. Da-da. Oh, I don't have... Do I not have the alt arts? I've never played DM before, but I have the new Lord Art cards look cool. Yeah, I'd say so. Oh no, I do. Both alt arts. Whenever you are ready. Spectate from a side room? Yeah. Also, thank you. Thank you, Parlor, for welcoming Chroma. A little bit too late, if I might I say. Okay. Oh, that's a Fiend monster. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Lotus King. Use of Parlor ignoring me. Yeah. Okay, let's see if you know the lines for this. Because this might actually be trouble. Okay. Not using the Bone Archfiend is fair. Red Resonator, summon back. Testing a crazy deck recently. Okay. Gain life points. That's fine. Gonna go for Scarred. Okay. What extension do we have here? Send. Sure. Okay, sure. Not using the Bone Archfiend effect. Okay. What? Okay, and a main. Discard Magic Karibo. He'll get Dark Magician. Okay, wait, I need a spellcast. Well, that's a card. Okay. Circle. This target's in field or graveyard. Red zone. Target a card on the field, destroy it. That is unfortunate, but fine. Okay. We'll go D-Mod. That's an idea. You have the normal summon. Okay. This needs normal monsters. Use the effect up to up to the number of normal monsters used for material. Okay. I actually think I see a line. An interesting one. The Dark Magicians. We go shuffle back the D-Mod. Your graveyard. One light and one dark. Ah. You are both dark. I think you. Dark Magicians gets to activate. That's actually a pretty decent draw. This is gains 100 for each. That's 3. Damage step. That does get their Red Dragon Archfiend. Where it says it's getting new. Ooh. Fortunately, that's kinda all I can do. Special summon. Comes back tentatively entitled Revolution Booster Cubic Princess Ghost Trick. Reveal November 21st. This pack will allow players to build and strengthen Cubic Princess and Ghost Trick decks using only the included cards. Each theme will... You get to draw one. That does allow me to pop using the United Magical Dragon. Oh, I wish that was better. Each theme will feature 7 new cards. 7 new cards? Which can be combined with reprinted cards to build decks. Furthermore, some reprinted cards will also be available in secret rare form, and important unprinted cards form the core of the decks may include an overframe cards. Ooh. That's nice. I want the overframe Argonaut? Yeah, I do too. That'd be so fun to see. A little fun. Kui belt. I don't think you have not normal summoned yet. Send... You know what, yeah. Or Blue Tang. Blue Tang would be cool. Red Resonator. Summons back. Get another 8. Probably won't make overcome frame spells traps. Those options will be field spell, probably won't make it the absorb traps, yeah. Why is this in your deck? Okay, damage step. Face a monster on the field, monster cannot attack until an enemy opponent's next turn. This does apply, unfortunately. Okay. I just need to get rid of the Rising Rebellion. 7 new Ghost Trick cards inside. That'll be fun to see. Can't save a Paladin by swinging gold dust over it. I mean, there are good Ghost Trick cards. There are just not that many good Ghost Trick cards. It will look cooler. We have multiple RDAs is the thing. Another Bone Arching. We only have 6 cards in extra deck. There are good cards, aka Frostberry, Link 1, and Nekomata. Isn't Nekomata the anti-synergy one? Oh, hey, we do... Hey, we do know how to use Vision Resonator. Let's go! Crimson Gaia. Nekomata seems to play sometimes. But I don't think in Ghost Trick. Funnily enough. I actually need to read Nekomata, is the thing. That's gonna be for Bane. Neko Musume. Sorry, wrong name. No problem. RDA. Okay. Which has like niche uses, yeah. Okay. Yeah, 7 Marissa cards for all we know could be absolutely, like, gassed. And we may never know. From deck or graveyard. Okay. That does destroy. Do I have anything that really outs this? Kinda. Do have Dragoon. Okay. Master? Maybe. The problem is I need Master. Well... There's also Dragoon, but that's... I think my best bet is going to be... This is... Thing is, I feel like I need to mulligan. Okay. Not you. Not yet, at least. Right. Is this King of Dark Spellcaster? No, I don't think I got it. I actually think Tamias was probably the best. Got an illusion you could get rid of the big gun real safety. Maybe, but I don't have it. I think my best bet is to try to survive until next turn. And hope that either this or... And just kind of hope that they don't have lethal. No, it's solid advice. Thank you. Oh, not bad. What's the minus is nice. Display deck, and I helped them build it, but I'm not proficient with the cards outside of a basic understanding. Yeah. Like, there was a chance I could have done something with another turn. I think Magician's Souls was just the wrong choice, unfortunately. What? What? Don't want to do that. Wait, what? Okay. There is... Oh, I guess one more thing to say. Are you alive? I don't think they knew what Absolute Power Force did. So to be clear, yeah, so Red Dragon Archfiend, or Absolute Power Force says, if a Red Dragon Archfiend you control battles a monster, it gains 1,000 attack during the damage step. I cannot activate a card effects until the end of the damage step. If it attacks a defense position monster, it pierces, and it deals double damage. Magician Souls has 0. That was 8,000 points of damage on board. I don't really understand why? Okay, there's that. Rod, we'll see. Yeah, it happens sometimes for sure. We have another Gaze of Timaeus. But Soul Servant might honestly be the better card here. Just to potentially get... Unless it was a homie turn. Perhaps, but... That's an idea. There's Master of Chaos. Add a Dark Magician. I think, legitimately speaking, I just said DM. I can fusion summon, but I don't think I want to. This is one. That's a spellcaster. I have Quintet Magician. You know what would be funny? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I do think that Maxi kinda saved me here. They do have Bone Archfiend in play. They don't have either Vision. I don't know if they have any more Red Resonators as a thing. They do have Vision, okay. That does eat an Ash. We do have a normal summon. Sending Crimson. Eternal Soul right on time, actually. Okay, here's a question. Thank you for that magician and fairy tale. Do you want a homie turn, Saints JT? Do you want a chance to do anything else? Because otherwise I will end the game. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I will take that as a no. Unless you were legitimately just couldn't answer. But that was a good game. Okay, I mentioned the... Thank you for the duel. I mentioned the misplay with Absolute Power Force. Yeah, sure. And if you want to change to your other deck, you're more than welcome to. Hold on. Because I also play... I play a different version of Dragons of Burning Red. But the thing... I mentioned the Absolute Power Force strat, and how you kinda missed lethal there. Which ended up costing you the game. Also... I can spin. I'll spin for this one. Ooh, Swole. Swole. Where are you? Let me crazy green, considering Quintet and Fairy Tale. I mean, it's not that it's bad, it's just that it's a very win more card, especially in a deck like Fairy Tale, that already kind of just has crazy OTK potential. And Your Honor, it's very possible to summon 5 different names. Yeah. Like I said, it is very much a win more card. It works well going second, yeah. Absolutely. You didn't see my deck, did you? Oh. Your Synchron? Or your Stardust deck? I don't believe I did, no. So very... Going first, absolutely useless. Where'd YouTube chat go? Or, I did see your Resonator deck. I did see it. Whenever you are ready. It's gonna be... okay. Grab something. Okay. You remember the line. We go. She shall. Mo yay. Emergence is nice. I don't play Protoss, so we don't have to worry about... I guess the thing is that is arguably a disadvantage, but I have a full Kashtira deck. Oh. If you ignore only having one Rice Heart, one Theosis. Yeah. Alright. Oh. I don't have a level 12, do I? No. But all the other cards are full copies like a god. At least for like one pool. I might play the deck at some point. At least for like one pool. Okay. I will She Shall get rid of Taya. Like Fenrir, I think it is a cool, fun, balanced card. Fenrir is like the most fair. Okay. here I absolutely need to do this. Is it these? Tier cash is the most fair. Yeah. Resonator. Okay. The thing is, if I don't do this now, they immediately get scarred. Like, at the very least with this, there's a chance that they didn't draw the Bone Archbeam. I will spin back the bear. Oh. Fender is in the middle of the unfair sandwich. I actually won't need to use the Moye effect. And I'll get to show off the Saruya. Will Adhara. Saruya. And then Moye. Maybe I should have done the mirror match, honestly. I'm actually curious how that mirror match would have gone. First one to make Supernova wins. Kinda, yeah. Oop. They do have something. Oh, Synchron Resonator. I guess I add a hand. Go on, Infinity, send itself to the grave to get Multis Perfection. Oh shoot, okay. I think it's my best bet to just black out, pop my Shishao, and pop your back row, and the Wild King. I will use this Sasahara effect. Generate a token. Yep. So the all-time winning board. And then I think it's just go for game. Alright. And I know you said you had a Galaxy Eyes deck. If you wanted to play with that, you're more than welcome to. There's one. And then you know what? Yeah, I will actually play with my own Red Dragon Archfiend deck. If you wanted to, I was gonna say if you wanted to switch, you're more than welcome to. Okay, I can work with this. Ooh, a full house. Seeing less people play Elf, though. Eh. Almost like people forgot it exists. Which I'm both surprised and somewhat glad that they did. Because on one hand, the deck itself is very strong. But like its most interesting lists were in the TCG. Without Baron, without Borrelode, with less Caesar. To make Primus or Omega. That is scarred. Okay, now I actually need to out the Scarred is the thing. That's not impossible. But also, what they do I know what they said? No. I don't know what they said. Well, that's great. Takes up Centurion card you control. King. Okay. Vision Resonator. I feel like the answer is just kind of whoever gets the supernova first, like Chroma said. My opponent just added Dogmatic Calamity. Oh, that's funny. Ooh. They summoned Elbazoa. That's based. Okay, hold on. Well, okay. Oh, wait, what am I... Ooh. Okay, I see the line. That's a funny line. For sure. So... Discard from your hand. It's Fuelos. I send the Fuelos. When your Red Dragon Archfiend declares an attack, okay, Red Supernova. The Red Supernova does not activate in the damage step. Crimson Guide does activate. I do have the two kinda just useless bodies, though. Wait, it's when it declares an attack. Oh, wait, hang on. And they opened the Matrix. Ooh. Perhaps, but... because I didn't know that, and just had to use Elf Note Regina. I will hold off on that for now. But this is a sticky board to out, I'll be honest. Synchron Resonator. Oh, I see. Okay. that's gonna... Well... Red Nova Dragon. I think I do just need to do this now. You've already used a normal summon. If I'm getting punished by an imperm, that... Discard. Discard. Ooh. They have... I'm pretty sure they've already normal summoned. Two resonators. Okay. There's the Bone Archfiend. There is Soul. Here's the thing. That does get Red Rising. Kui Belt? I guess you only have 7 cards left in extra. The thing is, I don't think they quite have a way to OTK through here. Yep, there's Kui Belt. That does get Abyss. And Abyss can go for, theoretically, a Bane. That's fine. Vision. Oh, but they do have a Scarred. Okay. gets the Scarlet, that gets the Bane. Okay. Did I send a Crimson Resonator, right? Yes. Huh? Oh, to summon. Gotcha. They can't use the... While you control a Red Dragon Archfiend monster. Okay, that's fair. Okay, but now I have to out a... Ooh, I have to out a Nova Dragon. There's a theoretical way to out it. There's an attack, partly attacking her. One card on the field, destroy it. That's to get the Scarlet, right? So Dark Dragon Synchros. Dark Dragon Synchro monsters, yeah. There is... Oh, that might have ruined it. Well, no. Hang on. Okay. Oh, that might have ruined that, actually. Yeah, that ruined it. I should have changed the Bone Archfiend. Okay. 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 I very much messed that up. I managed to claw it back, but that was close. So, unironically speaking, this is one of those times where you just go for game. Okay. I need, as a start, I need you to change your level. Send you. Normal summon. This needs to be special summon. Dark Dragon Synchro Monster. So I can dissipate her here. That gets RDA. Okay. I'm not risking messing that up again. I very nearly messed it up the first time. I'm not messing it up again. You have a soul rest near the graveyard, right? Yeah, I do. Discard. Peter. And with... That was almost a bust. Okay. Here's the thing. I have overstayed my welcome. Thank you for the duel, Saints JT. That second game, Dark Magician versus RDA, I got very lucky. Yep, there it is. I guess I'm not ending stream yet, so I'll be right back. Also gonna need another drink. Thank you. Especially during that second duel, you did very well. I definitely needed... Okay, if I didn't get that extra turn, I probably would not have won that second duel. It was fun. It was fun dueling you. I guess I can leave the room up, but I'm mostly gonna be doing I'm gonna head back to the theme chronicle for a little bit longer. We meet again. Alright. Yeah. Thank you for stopping by, JT Saint. And I guess, by the way, legitimately speaking, that XZ's burn card you used during that one duel, it doesn't do anything in Resonator. I would heavily recommend that you take that out of your list, because it does just act as a brick. Thing is, I was planning on ending around here to take a break, get a shower, get a haircut. I didn't intend to keep going. So I didn't really have any, like, video essays or deck swap to watch today. That was mostly going to be tomorrow. I might as well. Load up my my sulfur cores into the duel room. Will you into testing my new deck next time? Don't really have to bully me. Legitimately speaking, I have actually been wanting to do, like, new player dueling rooms and, like, testing rooms as kind of like a weekly thing. I just don't know when I want to do it. That might, if my schedule continues, that might just be Tuesday. But I would love that too. It would give a lot of people, and I might also do, like, little Master Duel learning preambles and presentations to help people get a bit more acquainted with the more nitty-gritty of the game. I just really need the time to actively put it together. And when I inevitably do, or if I do something like that as a weekly thing. Like there's... God, okay. There are plenty of things that I really need to get into a habit of doing in terms of my streams. Obviously, Metroidvania Mondays is kind of like the beta test for that. Just kind of like a weekly thing that is just going to be Metroidvanias. Did miss a development where people were playing Kashtira Fenrir on the Virtuous and such in branded Draco Tail. It weirdly makes sense. Kashtira Fenrir is just a free add to hand. So like having that as a disruption plus a free material for your 5 mana is really good. When did people start playing Titanic Lad? When Fallen and Virtuous came out. Am I just not playing that? No, legitimately. When the branded support came out, Titanic Lad was just kind of like one of the better targets because it does get, in the end phase, it does get either Dogmatica Ecclesia to add either to your Servant or another starter or a Dogmatica card, or it gets Quem in the end phase, which sets up your branded plays for your opponent's turns. Now, I know I don't check what such, yikes. I mean, the thing is, it was just the best target. Like, there are definitely, arguably, better generic targets in branded, but that's more or less dependent on what ratios you play. Like, I'll be on, if you play it at 3, which, we can road to Branded Draco Tail. Am I just doing something wrong here? No, not necessarily. I guess, what are you playing right now? Are you playing Elf Note, or are you playing something else? Okay. Are you going first? Which is like a tier 1 deck last month. Did I miss something? No, not necessarily. I'm going both, to be honest. Okay, which is fair. Have your hand spin. What is your... Have you been able to get full combo, or you kinda... Oh, wait. Opening 3 Theorize is not the best, no? Glad I removed the Medius. Oof. Well, okay, that one might just be because you straight up bricked. Oops. Yeah, so it was basically just like discard fodder with extra steps. if you can even discard it for anything. No. Ooh. Okay. Just a little bit more. I didn't expect that. Don't watch my game? Are you in Discord right now? No. Okay. Imagine you're... Oh no, you're not in the room. I mean, you're not in the Discord, so I can't even watch it if I wanted to. I guess, like, I'll finish up eating and then go back to the the theme chronicle a little bit longer. So I'm on MD, so you tech. Wait, you can? Hold on, you can. No, don't. Okay. Out of respect, I won't. But I did not know you could do that. I thought that this symbol was just for the friend duel thing. I didn't know you could spectate. I mean, to be fair, I have not used that feature. I was like, like, yeah, on one hand, I haven't used that feature. But even then, still, that is, I don't know how I didn't know that. Okay. What's the promo in Chroma? There is a bro moment. I can tell. What is it? My opponent has Duster, which blows up all my Centurion back row. But do you? But I can watch Stas. I don't even play Duster, so I can't even cross out it. Is Stas live right now? Stas is live. Unlucky. Did not open a hand where I can make them. Still up. Really unlucky, I'll be honest. And for your information, Okay. I got called into work. So I'm gonna need to end the stream basically right now. The rest I'm gonna lose at this rate. Yeah. Go work. Thank you. Go ahead and bully Stas in my stead or something. Or support Stas in my stead or something. Thank you for stopping by, Chroma. Have a good night. I will see you tomorrow.